Hello, YouTube. So, I've been getting some weird troll comments about fact that my decorations are all Walmarty and stuff like that, and they don't look like the fish's natural environment. I have a couple things to say about that, honestly. The people who are purists that try to recreate the natural environment, if you were to recreate these South American fish's natural environment, you wouldn't be able to see in the tank because they enjoy ambush predator spots where there's no clear, clean water. It's actually dirty, mucky, and they can move around. Yeah, they swim around in clear water sometimes to catch a prey. But other than that, these fish would be in brackish water, and that's where you'd catch them. That's why they're so colorful. That's why they're crazy to stand out in all that brackish water. Same thing with this catfish. And the Walmart decorations, I ran a rescue. I started this 6 years ago. I started rescuing goldfish. I had goldfish and koi. And I started rescuing them along with Oscars. And then it turned into this big tropical thing. Now, right now, I got issues going on. Like this guy over here has a hole in the head. Needs some medicines. I can't afford it. What happened was I ran into a big speed bump in the hobby. I got depressed, but I had all these creatures that I was taking care of. So I went ahead and I gave away tons of tanks, tons of fish, and I'm still stuck with the ones that cost the most. Obviously, this is a predatory fins fish. This is an azul peacock bass. He cost me 80 bucks. That's not even the shipping to get it over here. So I'm taking care of it until it's dead. Don't get me wrong, I love the fish and I would love to go all out and change its in. I'm just not into the hobby like I used to be. So changing all this stuff around, like them driftwood pieces are expensive. Like someone's talking about not being so Walmarty. What's that comment even mean? Half of this stuff is experiments done by me because I had no budget. This stuff came from Farm and Home. The filters came from Walmart. The decorations were from people's rescues. So this was in a tank with an Oscar that was like 17 inches. This little ship right here. And the Oscar was in, a 17-inch Oscar was in this tank with zero visibility. You could not see it till I emptied it. And when I did, I found 30 convicts along with that Oscar. So, imagine an Oscar that can't even turn around in this thing. It's giant. And then it's with like 30 breeding cichlids. And so I did a lot of work. And I find this to be very hard. And after so many years of doing it, I can offer and look for homes. But not everybody's going to want a pike cichlid where they can't have any other tank mates in there. A lot of people can't even do what I'm doing, like putting the predators with the other predators. Usually what happens is after the first fight and the first nick in your favorite fish, you freak out and then you start to separate them and you don't let them work out their problems. And then that's when you get, cichlid headaches. You need too many tanks. You need this and that. And this is where people give up on the hobby. And another thing happens is when they breed. Right now I have a lot of music stuff going on. So honestly, the fish tank hobby has kind of left in my head. I'm still there. I still take care of the ones I got. But all these green terrors, I didn't buy any of these fish. The only one I bought was that little jaguar because he was on sale when I seen him at the pet store. I just wanted to grab him to try it because I've never actually had a jaguar. And he's still an infant. And when honestly, I have all these set up for adoption, but nobody's come to pick them up yet. So I still have the breeding pair. And maybe what they mean by the Walmart stuff is the filters. I can't afford better filters than Walmart filters. Like, let's be real. I'm a baller on a budget, dude. I have a zero budget. I'm retired. I'm disabled. So I can barely make rent, dude. I can't work. They will not let me work. So that's why I tried to do all this stuff to cheer myself up, to not be so depressed, and to have something to do with my time. Well, when they start breeding like this all crazy, yes, I put a cheap divider in it and I let it go because honestly, I don't want any more fry. I don't leave the house. I'm still depressed. I don't leave the house. I don't sell these things. I'm not in the business of selling them. I don't care. What I love about it is the fish, and as long as they're happy, that's what I care about. So what keeps happening here is they breed and their babies die, but the couple, the parents, they're happy. They like having their own spot. They don't like being with the community, so I try to make it happen. Same thing with these Sebrums. They started to like each other, so I removed them from the group. They split this 55 down the middle, and they have fry all the time, and it's hard for me to take care of them. They have 2 Walmart filters, but those are also up for grabs, along with many stands, many pumps. This is a double decker that fits 255 gallons on it. I also have a 10-gallon just chilling right there. But I don't want to fire up any more tanks. I can hardly afford my electric bill as it stands. I have tons of equipment to give away. I mean, I could set up a whole new tank. I do have tons of decorations. And as far as the Walmart comment on the Walmart decorations, dude, this freaking piece of driftwood is like alone. I'm pretty sure I saved up to get it, and it was like, it's got a mount on the bottom that has a stone. I think it's more meant for a lizard tank, but I saved up for that, and it was about $80 when I got my taxes last year. So like, this stuff ain't cheap. I don't know, maybe these people are rich that are leaving the comments. They can just blow money on, canister filters and whatever they want. It is a rich man's hobby, I guess. But I mean, that's not the point. More people get depressed and or high blood pressure and enjoy fish keeping and like this stuff and actually want to breed and see what happens and document it and study behaviorals. I mean, just look at, I spent my time studying like the parenting thing and the behaviorals, the backgrounds versus no background. But one thing I did realize is if you recreate their environment, the fish honestly doesn't care. They were born in captivity. Most likely they were born and then thrown, they only have like a 15-second memory. So they were thrown in those little tanks at PetSmart, Petco, Walmart, Myers, and they're thrown in these little cubes with a blue background with a couple like cheap decorations. When you go all out and you create this crazy, awesome Amazonian river look, which is awesome if you got the money to do it, and the canister filters and all that money poured into it. Say you have unlimited budget, you could put those fish in there and they still might not like it. They might not get along. I don't understand where people dog on the Walmart stuff when honestly it's what funds this hobby. It really is. It really is. I mean, I got a cat to worry about. But, I mean, the fish, they kind of take care of themselves, which I enjoy. The predator fish eat tilapia. They're not on live foods. But the water quality out here is so bad, I can't afford the additives to keep up with it. Like, look, that one's scratching. It's got hole in the head or hith. And I can't stop it. Like, I usually in this situation I would add a little Primaflex and Malaflex, but all I had for the time being was aquarium salt, and I've pretty much used almost all that, all the garlic I had, along with something expensive that I do have, Prazipro, and that did literally nothing. His head still hurts. I honestly have been having a headache myself because there used to be a pump right here. Well, you could see where this got hot and like burned onto the wall where the pump sat. So I had a pump burn out on me, and that's another set of money I do not have because I can't even afford my cat litter or my cat food. And the cat food comes first. I could feed the other fish to the fish. So I could take the ones in the middle room and take them out here and bring them out here and throw them in with the red-tailed catfish, and I'm sure she'd eat them. I could even do it with this guy, start feeding him some more live cichlids, and then I'd be down to just the main big fish. I get that. I could probably do that myself and it'd be a cheap fix, but that's just what it is, a cheap fix. I actually care about these animals and I'm trying to take care of them. Everybody that says they want to come pick them up or adopt them, they never show up. And when they do, they honestly, they want everything for free when I put tons of dollars and time, hours into these guys. I held this fish during a storm one time when the power went out. She killed 2 bass that she was with in this pond. Well, I held this bass, moving it back and forth to keep air going, or water and air to go through its lungs, because no pumps or lights would work. Plus, I did not want her to sneak up and kill it when it was when the power was out. So I put a lot of love into these fish, and to see them even get hurt by the water quality, that drives me nuts. I can't really change it. There's nothing I could do. I could do a water change and a water change, but the water coming out of my tap is bad. I live on a lake where the nitrates coming straight out of the faucet are insane. Like, they're bad for the fish. It's a boil before. I shouldn't even be showering it like I do, or even drinking it, which I don't drink the water, that's for sure. I'm already missing all my teeth. But anyways, the Walmart comments, that's petty. That's enough of that. I've had enough of that. If you don't like it, if you don't like the way my fish tanks look, don't tune in, honestly. I try my best with what I got. I'm disabled. I don't have time to sit there, or money to just waste on the fish. To be honest with you, after doing all the budgeting and the math, I've spent way much over budget of my money on fish itself. And that's counting like the pumps, the tanks. I haven't bought any of these except for, well, I have bought some of the stuff. Like when I got my taxes back, I sprung for that pet store pump because I really cared a lot about the catfish. And somebody donated after buying a bunch of breeder catfish, and they donated for her to have a better filtration. So that's what I did. After they donated, I went and bought that. It's a straight up, it's this right here, a Lifeguard, that many gallons per hour pump. And it needs a better hookup for it because this is too much PSI going through this small hose. But I don't even have the money to get the bigger hose to hook up to it. So I rigged up what I could, adjusted the pressure, and made it to where it comes out a certain amount. So I put a lot of care into these fish, man. I really hate it when people troll about stuff like that, because it could be any day now. And this old refurbished tank that I got, it's a 90-gallon wide. This could pop at any moment. The seals on it are not doing so good. Like, if that pops, then what do? I'm screwed. I'm not worried about Walmart decorations or recreating their environments. Honestly, they're fish, man. I'm just trying to make sure they're happy and alive. And after all this talk, I'm gonna post it, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna post any more fish videos. I know there's a lot of people that subscribe to my channel for the fish, but what I'm trying to do isn't working. So I'm trying to figure out better homes for them. I want them to swim in better waters. I want the peacock bass to be swimming with other peacock bass in a group. My buddy Josh is really good with fish, so I'm trying to get him to take the main big predators so that I can concentrate on these smaller ones and dwindle all these fish down, because I just simply can't afford it with no job, no donations, I don't get anything. I don't make anything a month, guys. I feel so bad for Sparkles. Sparkles is one of my oldest bass. It actually grew up on electric blue Acara fish, so that's what it ate its beginning juvenile year, was electric blues. Yeah, I've been doing this for a very long time, and anybody who usually comments with that stupid make it look like the natural environment more, I don't know. I like the way they look. Honestly, it's like Men's Warehouse. You gotta like the way it looks, right? No. I dig just a lot of these are recycled props, man. This thing isn't, for sure. This is a super expensive piece of driftwood, but same thing with this one down here. It's an expensive piece. It's not plastic. And as far as I still don't know what they meant by Walmart. Like, what, the gravel? I didn't spring for sand? I don't get it, guys. Trolls, man. I hate that stuff. But I get it. Most people subscribe for the fish, and they are fish people. And the fish people are pretty cool for the most part. But honestly, I'm ready to get back into my music and just have my one tank with I really honestly just want one tank with a bass, a pike, and a catfish. That's what I've been trying to do. Um, when the red tail got this big, it kind of put a damper in all those plans, because when the red tail got this big, everybody had to be removed out of that pond and separated into these tanks like this. Otherwise, these guys would all be in there. So it's a bit of a headache, and the behaviorals suck to deal with. You can see over there the bass and the pike are legit like 5 seconds away from whipping each other's asses. And that's just how it is. Like, she's old. She's almost 9. Actually, she just turned 9 yesterday. And my birthday's coming up. And to tell you the truth, I wanted all these guys up at the Ohio Fish Rescue for my birthday. Like, that's what I wanted for my birthday, was to get these guys to Ohio and in their big waters and nice water and ponds. And they got all the filtration in the world to handle them. And that's what I wanted for my birthday. And instead, I guess I'm just going to sit here and play on my drums because they're fed. I did what I could do, but I am definitely not sinking more money into the fish tank hobby. I am trying to, if anything, get back what I've put into it. And the joy of owning them, trust me, it's not about money to me. It really isn't. But when you boil it down and I look at the numbers of what I spent on tilapia in this year alone, and shrimp, and the water, what do you call them, water purifiers, and the salts, and the medicines, it doesn't add up, dude. I only paid, pretty sure this red-tailed catfish, I paid $15 to get her from Brazil at 1 little inch. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I bought but maybe 3 fish. That fish, the Azul over there, Polly the parrotfish right here. This one I paid $15 for from Colombia, but that was also 9 years ago. This tiger pike, I paid $15 as well. He was part of the same deal. I got him around the same time I got the other pike cichlid. And they're amazing animals. They're actually smarter than the other ones. They're way more developed brain activity. Missoula, you look really beautiful right now with your blue sheen. I like it. Yeah, as much as I like to make these videos, I really don't need the trolling comments. Unless you got money to donate and put your money where your mouth is. I don't want to hear it. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be able to have one awesome tank someday that I can actually just throw a GoPro in and you guys could just swim around with the fishes. I've always wanted to do that, do like an hour long where you're just in the tank experiencing things like as if you were a little fish. I'm still gonna work on that. That's a video idea I want to do with some good music. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to the music, because honestly that's where my passion has been lately, and it always has been, honestly. It's just the fish thing helped me out when I was really depressed. Still does, man. Still does. I still can't believe that I raised these creatures to be so big. But I need to get Shamu to the big lake now, so I'll let y'all go. But that's what I was trying to say. No more trolling comments. I don't need it. Just don't need it. Jerry, what do we think about the Walmart stuff? It's awesome. We use it all the time, right? You're wearing a Walmart collar, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Sorry I don't order everything on Amazon, guys. You know, it doesn't mean it comes from the Amazon. You know that, right? Later.